my third grade daughter. My daughter is my everything, and I'm here today because of her. I discovered the Common Core State Standards in 2011. I learned what the Common Core State Standards Initiative really was in 2012. I've been working with the North Country Alliance for Public Education, or NCAPE, since 2013. NCAPE is a local chapter of our New York State Alliance of Public Education, which has been leading the pro-public and pro-teacher movement for our children. I've spent countless hours researching Common Core and its ugly tentacles. These tentacles are where my issues lie. It's not about a set of standards created to improve our public education system. Common Core State Standards Initiative is about a top-down approach to education, high-stakes testing with no reliability and no validity. The English Language Arts, or ELA, and math tests hold no educational benefit for our teachers or for our children. It's about data, and a lot of it, and it will be collected without our parental consent, and it will be sold to educational agencies so they may create and develop software, textbooks, assessments, and whatever else they deem beneficial for our kids. It's no coincidence that FERPA, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, was amended in 2011 to include educational agencies as being allowed access to our children's data. I want to share a story with you. My third grader is a very bright, beautiful, thoughtful, and kind young girl. Sorry. Can you hold that
Yes,
down?
I can.
When her homework is due on Friday, she gets it done on Monday night, and this is her choice, not ours. While doing her homework, I just want you to picture we're usually in our kitchen cooking dinner, and if she asks for help, we're right there to help her. But back in second grade, as a New York State certified special education teacher who's educated in teaching base 10, not only to elementary students, but I also know how to modify a curriculum for children with special needs, I had to YouTube some of her homework assignments. In third grade, I've had to watch her draw an array of 100 plus base 10 blocks and erase and redraw for 15 minutes until all of her circles line up just so. I ask her, why do you have to draw 120 circles? And she tells me, it's a strategy, Mom. A strategy? It will take you 45 minutes to figure out how much you owe at the grocery store with that strategy. Yeah, I hold my tongue with my child while silently hurting inside while she works so diligently and so carefully. She puts in so much effort to draw these stupid circles just right. But I don't blame the teachers. I do not blame our schools. I blame Common Core. This is what my daughter does every day, though. Day in and day out. One test after another. So our amazing, brilliant, educated teachers can prove progress. So our teachers can validate their ability to teach according to some educrat who doesn't hold the New York State certification to actually teach. My daughter is still getting her education, but at what expense? She stresses out over grades less than 100%. I continue to tell her, don't worry about the grades. She's in third grade. Right. But I often have to question my response to her because grades do matter. They are important. Thank you. But again, at what point do I stand by and do nothing? I watch my 9-year-old become upset and say she's stupid because she gets a 67 on a test. Is that what we were meant to do? Was that our intention as an education system? No. No. What kind of pressure are we putting on this third grader? She's 9. Her days are full of ELA and math. She completed 1 science project so far this year. 1. Don't get me wrong, of course she learned science while doing ELA. She's missing out on her well-rounded education. Hands-on science activities don't fit into the copyrighted Common Core. She used to be in the Odyssey program in her school, but that program no longer exists. So let's continue to provide unfunded mandates, and we will see what other programs get cut. Right. And we will watch our class sizes grow. At what point do we stand up to speak out about this atrocious program called Common Core? Do we continue to sit idly by and watch our children suffer? Watch our teachers continue to be demoralized right in front of our eyes? Our schools are being turned into a number, and this is a very significant number. It rates our teachers as effective or ineffective. This number rates our children. 83% of our kids used to be proficient in math prior to Common Core. And how many are proficient now? Well, I'll tell you, 70% of our kids failed that test. 70%. And we were told this was expected. you predict that only 30% of all children will pass the state test? Oh, I know. You change the cut score. That's how. That's how we score a valid and reliable assessment. One that's also completely transparent, right? How stupid do they think we are?
Way to go, Mom.
One more. So my focus had been on pre-K until my daughter started 2nd grade, and then I had to read more and figure out what was happening in her education, and I will tell you that I do not like what I have found, along with tens of thousands of other parents and educators. I've done the research, I've seen the proof. The proof is how devastating Common Core is to our children, because that proof lives in my home. That proof is every other elementary school child. That proof is my heart, my joy, and my life. And I am standing here to give my 9-year-old and your 9-year-old a voice. Right. I'm here to give all children a voice. And I'm also standing here to speak for our teachers, who are told very clearly not to discuss their concerns about Common Core with parents. Right. The voiceless, that's who I stand here for today. I say refuse the test this April. Refuse for your child. Refuse for my child. Refuse for your teachers. Refusing the test will starve the data collection, and it'll prove that New York State doesn't want the core. We want our teachers to teach, and we want our children to learn. We want to regain local control over our schools, and we want high standards, standards that aren't lining corporate pockets. And I'm here to give my voice to my daughter and to her teachers. And I ask you to give your voice as well, to speak for those who are too afraid or are too little. To learn where your voice is and for more information, come see NCAPE's Forum on March 24th at SUNY Plattsburgh. We'll have Diane Ravitch there. She's the former Assistant Secretary of Education. And we want you to come and hear how you can use your voice for the voiceless. Thank you.